Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Continuing on Surah Yusuf. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قال لن أرسله معكم حتى تؤتوني موثقا من الله لتأتونني به إلا أن يحاط بكم فلما آتوه موثقهم قال الله على ما نقول وكيل. This sentence here is uttered a lot by scholars and amongst in the Arab community when they're trying to make a promise or they're trying to solidify someone's word. They'll say قال الله على ما نقول وكيل or والله على ما نقول وكيل. And whatever we're saying, Allah is the overseer. And a lawyer in Arabic is also called wakil. And the word tawakkul also comes from the same root word, waw, kaf, lam. Wakkala means to lean or rely on something. So wakil is someone, a lawyer, you rely on them for your argument, for your debate, for your discussion. The same way, a person who does tawakkul in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he relies on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he trusts in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then Yaqub alayhi salam says, وَقَالَ يَا بَنِيَّ لَا تَدْخُلُوا مِنْ بَابٍ وَاحِدٍ وَادْخُلُوا مِنْ أَبْوَابٍ مُتَفَرِّقَةٍ. O my children, don't enter from one door, but enter from different doors. Now, what is the purpose of this? He says, وَمَا أُغْنِي عَنْكُمْ مِنَ اللَّهِ مِنْ شَيْءٍ. There's nothing that I can avoid from the decision or the decree of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, the purpose of Yaqub alayhi salam saying this is that though Yusuf alayhi salam was beautiful, it's not that just one sibling is beautiful. Generally speaking, the entire family would be beautiful, right? That is why I was in Madinatul Munawwara one time, and there was someone, we were eating food with some of the scholars there, and they said that, Allahu A'lam, how true it is, they said that a person who wipes their plate clean, Allah will bless them with beautiful children. So I said, MashaAllah. And then one of the imams said to me, scholar said to me, he said, did you understand what he's trying to say? I was like, yeah, there'll be beautiful children. He's like, no, this is kinaya. This is a metaphor to say that you will have a beautiful spouse. Because if you have a beautiful spouse, then you will have beautiful children. So generally the family is beautiful. So Sayyidina Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam was beautiful because his family was beautiful. 3 generations of prophethood. Nevertheless, his brothers were also very, very beautiful. You know, unfortunately, in the Desi culture, very conservative culture, right? Now it's you have different cultures, but I'm talking about an ultra conservative culture, like back at home, India, Pakistan, so on and so forth. When people would go and tell you that, okay, you know what, there's a guy trying to get married to a girl or a girl trying to marry to a guy, they would say that like his brother is good looking. Like, wait, what? Like, why would you tell someone that who wants to marry a person's sister how their brother looks? Like, it was a really weird thing. And then they'll say, how that his sister is pretty. And it's weird for our generation, right? But I guess in the generation back in the day, it was just like, okay, the factory probably produced something similar to this. So he says, don't all enter from the same door because you're very beautiful, you're strong, there's a big family, people are going to get jealous. And this will call in hasad. You see, hasad and jealousy can happen by accident. You can give yourself nazar. Nazar is a taqwiyat or a strength Allah puts in certain eyes. Not every single eye has the strength or the ability or the magnitude to be able to have that implication. Just the way everyone's word isn't the same. Some people go viral, some don't. Some people's nazar, it has more effective than other people's nazar and other people's hasad. So, and like I said, a father can give nazar to their children. Children can give nazar to their parents. Husband can give nazar to the wife. Wife to the husband. You can give yourself nazar by accident, right? That if a person admires a object, that instead of connecting it to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they connect the success of it to themselves. So he says, and some of the ways of removing jinns, number 1 is recite salawat on the Prophet ﷺ 3 times. Read وَقَالَ مُوسَى مَا جِئْتُمْ بِهِ السِّحْرِ إِنَّ اللَّهَ سَيُبْطِلُهُ إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يُصْلِحُ عَمَلَ الْمُفْسِدِينَ. Then read وَإِن يَكَادُ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا لَيُزْلِقُونَكَ بِأَبْصَارِهِمْ لَمَّا سَمِعُوا الذِّكْرَ وَيَقُولُونَ إِنَّهُ لَمَجْنُونٌ وَمَا هُوَ إِلَّا ذِكْرٌ لِلْعَالَمِينَ. And then read إِنَّهُمْ يَكِيدُونَ كَيْدًا وَأَكِيدُ كَيْدًا فَمَهِّلِ الْكَافِرِينَ أَمْهِلْهُمْ رُوَيْدًا. And then Durush Sharif 3 times or 5 or 7 times or 11 times, an odd number of times before and after. If you read this dua, then this will remove nazar. Even if a jinn gives you nazar, it will remove the nazar. So those who are listening to this live right now, not on the recording, not afterwards, those who are listening to this live right now, you have ijaza in this, and you can uh, blow it or perform it or do it for other people, provided that you don't take any money or any compensation or any gift from the individual who you recite to. So the ones who are live right now, they have the ijaza in it. The ones who are listening to the recording afterwards, they don't have the ijaza in it. وَمَا أُغْنِي عَنْكُم مِّنَ اللَّهِ مِنْ شَيْءٍ. And nothing can protect you from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at all. إِنِ الْحُكْمُ إِلَّا لِلَّهِ. The hukum and the decision and the final decree belongs to Allah alone. عَلَيْهِ تَوَكَّلْتُ وَعَلَيْهِ فَلْيَتَوَكَّلِ الْمُتَوَكِّلُونَ. Upon Him I trust, and upon Him do the people, do the believers, they all trust upon. So at the end of the day, we try whatever we can, but it's Allah's decision, it's Allah's choice what happens with us at the end of the day. وَلَمَّا دَخَلُوا مِنْ حَيْثُ أَمَرَهُمْ أَبُوهُمْ مَا كَانَ يُغْنِي عَنْهُمْ مِنَ اللَّهِ مِنْ شَيْءٍ. He says, when they entered from where their father told them, they couldn't avoid destiny, right? One thing is that you take your precautions. Like I say this all the time, 7 countries I traveled in 10 days. And all coronavirus hit countries. Germany, Switzerland, Palestine, England, South Africa, countries were closing their borders down. But I came back and with the qadr of Allah, it didn't happen. But it's possible that I go down the street into the supermarket and I get it over there. That this is the qadr of Allah, that if it was to get, you will get it. It will happen to you. It will come to you. لَن يُصِيبَنَا إِلَّا مَا كَتَبَهَ اللَّهُ لَنَا. There is nothing going to afflict you but what Allah has destined for you. So he says that مَا كَانَ يُغْنِي عَنْهُ مِنَ اللَّهِ مِنْ شَيْءٍ. Nothing was going to absolve them from Allah. إِلَّا حَاجَةً فِي نَفْسِ يَعْقُوبَ قَضَاهَا. But that Yaqub alayhi salam, as a human being, he makes dua that may Allah protect my children. May, when a person is sick, we know that the destiny, people come, my father is in ICU this, or cancer this, or this, that. We make the dua, but مَا كَانَ يُغْنِي عَنْهُ مِنَ اللَّهِ مِنْ شَيْءٍ إِلَّا حَاجَةً فِي نَفْسِ يَعْقُوبَ قَضَاهَا. But we have a desire to make dua and say, at least we tried. وَإِنَّهُ لَذُو عِلْمٍ لِمَا عَلَّمْنَاهُ وَلَكِنَّ أَكْثَرَ النَّاسِ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ. He was a man of splendid knowledge, and we had taught him, but most people don't know. So now they all brothers come, they enter through different entrances, they go low-key into the city of Egypt, they get lost inside the crowd. And this teaches you, when you enter with your family, especially if you have a big family, don't enter the masjid altogether. Don't enter the dawat altogether. Especially if you have a beautiful children, this and that, and you see that nazar occurs often, don't come into places altogether with your children. Let them trickle in. In this way, the hasad of people doesn't get sparked. So the surah goes on and says, وَلَمَّا دَخَلُوا عَلَى يُوسُفَ آوَى إِلَيْهِ أَخَاهُ. So they enter, they're there, they arrive at Yusuf alayhi salam, they come, and they are there, and Yusuf alayhi salam is giving them their measurements and giving them the food and giving them the sustenance. قَالَ إِنِّي أَخُوكَ فَلَا تَبْتَئِسْ بِمَا كَانُوا يَعْمَلُونَ. He says that I am your brother. He tells Binyamin, not the other brothers, because Yusuf alayhi salam had 2 moms. One, 9 brothers were from, or 10 brothers were from, and from one brother was from Binyamin. So him and Binyamin were biological brothers. The other brothers were not, they were half brothers. قال إني أخوك فلا تبتئس بما كانوا يعملون. Indeed, I am your brother. Don't be tabta'is is more like when a person loses hope. بما كانوا يعملون, on what they have done. Just the way they were mean to me, they're probably mean to you. They hurt you, they offend you, they say whatever they want to you. Don't lose hope. فَلَمَّا جَهَّزَهُمْ بِجَهَازِهِمْ جَعَلَ السِّقَايَةَ فِي رَحْلِ أَخِيهِ. When he set up their food and everything, and he put their parcels together, he put the cup of the king inside Binyamin's bag. But he told Binyamin before that, hey, listen, I'm going to keep you with me. This is Allah's command. We want to give them a lesson. You see, when they lost Yusuf and they tossed Yusuf alayhi salam, they never truly repented in the sense that like they didn't feel the loss. But now losing Binyamin was out of their control, where they actually tried to protect him. So it shows you that the reality of humans is very unique, and it's very interesting, right? That a person can spend. Yusuf alayhi salam's brothers went out to not protect Yusuf alayhi salam, and there were no dangers or nothing, and they ended up harming him. And on the opposite end, for Binyamin, they had all measures in place to go and protect him, but the destiny was what? That he would get taken away from them, and they would feel the loss. So this فَلَمَّا جَهَّزَهُمْ بِجَهَازِهِمْ, that when he packed up their food and packed up all of their stuff, جَعَلَ السِّقَايَ فِي رَحْلِ أَخِيهِ, he put the cup of the king in his brother's bag. ثُمَّ أَذَّنَ مُؤَذِّنٌ أَيَّتُهَا الْعِيرُ إِنَّكُمْ لَسَارِقُونَ. Then a person called out and said that, hey, you guys are thieves. You are thieves. قالوا وأقبلوا عليهم ماذا تفقدون. They came back and they said, well, what are you missing? قالوا نفقد الصواع الملك ولمن جاء به حمل بعير وأنا به زعيم. Yusuf alayhi salam goes like, we are missing the measurement of the king, the scale of the king. And whoever brings it, we will give them 1 camel load. 1 camel load. Okay? Now look at this. They brought Binyamin in to say that we'll give you an extra camel load. But the plan was to keep Binyamin, so they wouldn't get that extra camel load. So they put the measuring scale inside the bags so that the one who is found gets the extra camel load, even though the one person being short loses the camel load. So what Yusuf alayhi salam promises them, they get at the end. So he says, قَالُوا تَاللَّهِ لَقَدْ عَلِمْتُمْ مَا جِئْنَا لِنُفْسِدَ فِي الْأَرْضِ وَمَا كُنَّا سَارِقِينَ. Hey man, you know that we are not you know that we are not here to spread corruption on earth. وَمَا كُنَّا سَارِقِينَ, and we're not thieves. قَالُوا فَمَا جَزَاءُ إِن كُنتُمْ كَاذِبِينَ. He says, what is the punishment for the person who lies? So they said that the punishment for the individual who lies is جَزَاؤُهُ مَنْ وُجِدَ فِي رَحْلِهِ فَهُوَ جَزَاؤُهُ كَذَلِكَ نَجْزِي الظَّالِمِينَ. That the punishment is whoever the stuff is found in their home, they become the slave of the person they stole from. This is how we repay those who oppress, those who harm, those who do something wrong. This is how we repay them.